Konnichiwa, Rock God Itachi here, and yes, welcome to another video for the Race to 100. I am very well aware that it is now 2014, so I'm hoping that you had a fantastic new year, and obviously had a fantastic 2013 as well. So, what I'm going to do, I am going to continue these Race to 100 videos. Hopefully we can wrap them up in January. I will go right up to what I watched to the end of December, give you the complete total, and then we will do a top 10 of my highlights of 2013, which I'm really looking forward to sharing with you. So let's move on to more anime I've been watching. So the next show I've been watching, I watched already this year, but this was series 2, and that was Oh My Goddess. Now if you want to check out Oh My Goddess, it is about a guy called Keichi Murasato who ends up dialing a goddess hotline and accidentally has a goddess come through the mirror, and she then says, "I will give you any wish," and he says, "I wish a goddess like you could stay beside me forever, or by my side forever." And that's what happens, and henceforth the series starts to progress. We meet more characters, and then the storyline starts to develop. So if you want to check out Oh My Goddess, that's generally what it's about. Now on to series 2. Now series 2, I started Flights of Fancy on the 10th of the 10th, finished it on the 16th of the 10th, and of course not a highlight of this year, as Oh My Goddess isn't, but I found that I wanted more from series 2. Now let me explain. Oh My Goddess series 1, I found it to be a very enjoyable show. You know, it's very enchanting in its own way, and it is quite whimsical as well, but I found that I just couldn't keep my attention on it. You know, it hasn't got enough in it to hold audience retention. That's the only way I could put it. So if it was to be shown to an audience, a lot of the audience would be sitting there going, I wonder what else is on, to be honest with you. And that's generally how Oh My Goddess is. It is a really, really good show, but unfortunately it just hasn't got enough in there to keep you glued to your seat. And you'll find that you can drop this show and go back to it, drop it, go back to it, and you'll still end up finishing it, but you won't feel that you've had some form of even emotional or powerful kind of journey. It's just more of a, that was a good show, like that, pretty cool, on to the next one kind of feeling. So Oh My Goddess series 2, I was like, okay, are they upping the ante in this one? Is there going to be a lot more excitement? Are we going to have some form of a storyline? And no, pretty much the same formula. And I was like, okay, it's kind of like putting on a pair of slippers that I haven't worn for a long time. I'm going back to the show, I know what it's like, I know the general feels of what it's like, and that's generally what I got. Now, don't get me wrong, I can't expect every anime to have some form of huge driven storyline, because obviously what would be the point in slice of life? But for Oh My Goddess, I feel that a storyline would have enhanced it, and it generally hasn't got any form of storyline in it, so henceforth you feel that this is more a slice of life show, even though you have got a guy living with 3 goddesses. And I was hoping that there'd be some form of story development going on, and some form of character development as well, which we didn't get very much of that at all. Keiichi is still the same Keiichi, and once it got up to the point of finally things were going down, things were going to happen, the end, and I was just sitting there going, what? Basically, in that kind of tone. I was like, okay, why end it here? Because I feel you could have done something more with it, and I just felt like they kind of wrapped it up a bit too quickly, and they could have done a lot more with the show. Now, the good thing about Series 2 is the new addition of 2 characters. They bring in, I should say, Payoff, who is a very, very interesting goddess. You know, she brings a little bit more excitement to the screen, and it sort of gives you a bit more staying power. You're like, okay, it's getting a lot more interesting to watch now. So, you know, I won't watch what I was going to watch next. I might watch another episode of this. Payoff, what I like about her is she is conniving, she's scheming, she's manipulative, she's got so much to her, and she is kind of like that sultry seductress. She has got that whole feel about her, and she does sort of go after Keiichi, and you'll find out why if you watch the series. but generally I found her to be a great character because she sort of shakes things up a bit. You know what, this household where you've been living your daily life with these goddesses, you know, and they sort of go to college, do this, do that kind of thing. She comes in, she shakes things up. You're like, aha, okay, things are getting shaken up. A lot more fun, you know, when you watch the characters squirming or they're in a situation that they're not comfortable with, and henceforth Payoff does that, and that's what I liked about her. We also have the addition of Hild as well, who is the leader of the demons, and I found that she was a generally good fun character as well, because obviously being a demon, she's got evil on the mind, she's got schemes, and she's always thinking, okay, how can I get these goddesses out of the picture? You know, how can I annihilate them? How can I sort of get what I want? And it works really, really well. I mean, when she's working with Marla, those are really, really good scenes. So I found that Oh My Goddess Series 2 is generally one, again, that you can just sit and enjoy, but it hasn't got, again, enough staying power in it. The fact that these 2 extra characters appear sort of for 3 episodes, they're not in it as long as I would have liked. It kind of makes it sort of like, yeah, really cool, really enjoying this, and it's back to, okay, we're back to the normal kind of stuff, shenanigans and hijinks, but nothing too exciting. Again, the animation, I found that in some episodes it was pretty much the same. In other episodes they seem to have upped it. Like there was one episode that I found to be generally really enjoyable to watch, and it was all about Skuld. So it was a Skuld centric episode, and it focused on her trying to ride a bike and learn how to ride a bike, and there was some generally really nice heartwarming scenes in that episode, and I generally had some feels, and I was like, okay, I wasn't expecting to get feels from Oh My Goddess, but yeah, there was some general feel moments, and I was like, that's pretty cool. I really like that episode, and it kind of harkened back to me like the whole Kiki on the back of the bike with Tomo in Kiki's delivery service. It kind of sort of made that sort of, so maybe that might have been why I was having feels, but I was sort of thinking about that and thinking of the whole riding the bike thing, and yeah, it was a really, really good episode. The music, the opening theme starts off with bagpipes, and I was like, really, bagpipes? It's enjoyable, but again, it's not anything too exciting. It kind of sets the tone for the show, and even the ending theme as well, again, it's not like one of them sing more like a country dance, to be honest with you, rather than a theme you would actually get for an anime. But this one, I found it was just generally, again, a nice tune. The original soundtrack, more of the same as what we got in Oh My Goddess Series 1. A few extra scores I found in there, but a lot of the music seemed to be samey to me, but it still worked. It still set the tone of the show well again, and made it feel like it was going to be enjoyable. So all in all, if you are looking for, you know, just a general enjoyable show with some good fun characters and a nice backdrop as well, and it's not really a harem genre as well, despite little tints of fan service here and there, then Oh My Goddess will be up your alley. I mean, it is generally a romantic comedy, this one. It has got the whole drama of a romance and the whole feeling of, you know, how do I connect with this person, how do I share with this person. So yeah, if you are looking for that kind of thing, then Oh My Goddess is definitely going to be the show for you. So that's it for the review of Oh My Goddess Series 2. I hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned to channel Tsukuyomi, because I will be doing the next review for the Race to 100, and that one will be for a very bloody and gory series indeed, and that was Berserk. So once again, it just leaves me to say the usual, thanks for watching, sayonara.